Hi everyone. So we're now ready to do 12-3, which is about preparing payroll records. So we're going to do the work together. And it tells us that a payroll register for Judy's Fashions is provided. Complete the payroll register for the semi-monthly pay period ended July 15th, 2020. Use the federal income tax withholding tables from the book. Use the tax rates of 6.2% for Social Security and 1.45% for Medicare. Don't forget to round the amounts. Neither employee has reached the tax base. Withhold $60 for health insurance and $15 for a Roth IRA for each employee. The voluntary deductions are not eligible to be deducted from the total earnings to calculate payroll taxes. So we're basically moving the information that we dealt with in the last lesson, we're moving it into the official form. So the payroll register has to be maintained by the accountant. So first thing that we're going to do is we are going to fill out this piece. It tells us that the semi-monthly pay period ends on, they tell us up here, July 15th. So this is July 15 goes here, and you leave the 2020. The date of the payment, I believe, is the same day. Sometimes that'll be different, but I think in this example, it's the same. So they've given you Edward Johnson's information. They've done these calculations for you. And now we're going to calculate the Social Security, Medicare, health insurance, all that. What I want you to do right now, and I believe you can stop this video too, but I don't need to walk you through this part. Remember, you need to use the tables from the book, which is right here. So get going on that and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm assuming that you have filled out all of this information. To get the total here, you're adding the federal income tax plus Social Security, Medicare, health insurance, and retirement. That's where the $245.59 came from. And then the net pay, that's your total minus your deduction total. So that's where those numbers came from. So I believe at this point we're ready to grade step 1. And I did it all right. I hope you did too. So let's go to the next step. Okay, so the next step is to total the columns, and I have the numbers for you, so you don't have to calculate them. Here they come. So the regular earnings total is $2,240 even. Overtime, $164.25. The total, $2,404.25. Okay, so I was off in some of my numbers, so I'm starting this over. The regular earnings total is $2,240. Overtime is $164.25. The total, grand total of earnings is $2,404.25. See if I can do this right. The federal income tax total is $137. Social Security tax is $149.07. Medicare is $34.86. Health insurance is $120. Retirement plan is $30. The total deductions, all of these added up, is $470.93. And then the net pay total is $1,933.32. So that's all there is to the second step. So you can go ahead and grade that. And that takes us up. We did that all correctly. Good job, Mrs. Spencer. And the last step is to take this information, the payroll register then has to be moved from this group register. The individuals all have payroll records, earnings records. So we have to fill that out. So it tells us to enter the July 15th payroll information for Mr. Johnson's quarterly earnings record for the payroll register. Mr. Johnson is employee number 2. His rate of pay is $15 an hour. His social security number is here. His position is sales manager, and his accumulated earnings at the end of second quarter are $17,218. So this is the quarterly. We're doing this for the 17th. So, okay, so this is the earnings record for Mr. Johnson. They gave us some information. It tells us that we're entering the July 15th payroll, which they have already filled the date in. We have to figure out, this is a quarterly report. So that means it's a report that's done 4 times a year. So that means that it ends every 3 months. So if we're starting in July, then this earnings record for the quarter ended is going to be September. And September has 30 days in it, so it's September 30th, 2020. Now, they gave us some other information for Mr. Johnson. They tell us that his marital status is, that's up here. He's married with 2 allowances. So put an M in this box for married. He has 2 withholding allowances. His rate of pay is $15 an hour. They filled his social security number in, and his position, he is a sales manager. Okay, so once we get that information in, we're transferring. So we're taking this line of information. And of course, I'm like, oh, I can just barely do it. Okay, so Mr. Johnson's regular earnings were $1,320. His overtime was $112.50. You understand, I'm getting these numbers from right here. I can just barely see it on my computer, but that's where it's coming from. So his total earnings for that pay period were $1,432.50. Now we're going to do his deductions. His federal tax deduction is $61. Oops, I missed the place. $61. His Social Security is $88.82. His Medicare tax is $20.77. Health insurance is $60. His retirement plan is $15. His total deduction amount is $245.59. And his net pay is $11,086.91. Now, this probably is the most difficult thing that you're going to learn, is getting your accumulated earnings correctly. So right here, they give you his previous, the end of the second quarter earnings. So that gets placed here. So that's $17,218. That's the amount of money he's earned up until now. When you do this, you're going to take that number on your calculator and you're going to add to it the total earnings for the pay period. That is this number. So you're going to take that 17,000, let's see if I can find my calculator, $17,218, and you're going to add to it this number, the total earnings, so plus $1,432.50. That gives us our new accumulated earnings of $18,650.50. So we're going to grade the final step. Gosh, I hope I did it correctly. Phew, I did. So that means you're done with this section. You should go on independently and you should complete the on your own. And then you'll have one more video to watch on 12/4.